Good morning. So, we are starting a new chapter in Uddhav Gita. Today is a very interesting chapter because it is based more on lust and what happens to a person. So, Sri Krishna is going to give an explanation to Uddhava by means of a story. It's a very interesting story from the past which is so valid even today, which you will come to know. So now let us begin. We are doing Uddhav Gita chapter 21 verse 1. The Lord said, obtaining a human body which gives a glimpse of my nature, a man by practicing the religion of love to me realizes me, the all bliss Paramatma who dwells in his mind, in the Antaryam. Actually, it's not the mind. It is in the Antaryami, basically inside of us. So Krishna is giving a very clear-cut definition of how he dwells in every human being. He says, first and foremost, all you people have human body. Human body is a container. This container has been given to you so that you can reach a certain destination. Let me give you some examples how this destination can be reached if we take material worldly objects. Now let us say I am importing some stuff from abroad. How will I get it to India? Naturally, it has to be bottled, packaged and put in container, isn't it? And then it is loaded in a ship, and then the ship sails for India, and in India we unload the containers and then we remove the packaging and all that, and finally the goods reach the destination. Flowers, fruits, vegetables, grains, all kinds of raw material, finished goods, you name it, white goods, cars, you name it, everything has to be packaged, isn't it? And it's only when it is packaged that it is coming in a good condition. Now let us say you are getting a package from Amazon. When the package comes to you, if the package is bent or it is smashed, you know naturally you are not going to like it. You will say something is wrong with the stuff inside. Isn't it true? So now think about the human body. When you look at the human body, that body is perfect. 99% of the time, aren't you a perfect human being? You have nose in the proper place, eyes, ears. The whole body is being made very perfect. Now let us, because we are talking about the body, I will give you one very great example. Listen to this example. When you go to the supermarket, you may be in India or you may be abroad, wherever you might be. You go to the supermarket or you go to the market to buy goods. Do you want to see them nicely packaged? Even if it is a vegetable? Correct? The vegetables have to look fresh. The tomatoes have to look luscious. The apples have to look nice. Huh? Have you noticed? Even if you're buying fish or non-veg items, you want them to look absolutely perfect. You will be amazed to know that because we require this kind of a perfection, there are people who are sorting it out in the godowns, wherever they are packaged. 40% of the produce is thrown away because you do not get it in proper shape. The shape has to be very attractive. All the tomatoes, potatoes, you name it, everything, they have to look good. Those who shop in the supermarkets, when they take packaged goods, if you go to Dubai, you go to England, you go to Americas, you go to Japan, you go to China, whichever country, you go to Singapore, Australia, you name it. Every country, every supermarket, they want freshly packed nice goods with expiry date on it, correct? What happens to those things which are just nearing expiry or which are not perfectly shaped? They are thrown out. You will be amazed to know that 1.6 billion tons of food is wasted per annum. Per annum, we are wasting 1.6 billion tons of food because it is not in good shape or it is not fresh. 1.6 billion tons can feed 1/3 of this world's population throughout the year. So we want perfect, isn't it? God has given you a perfect body and you don't seem to understand that. You think that there is something wrong in your life. Has it ever occurred to you that you have been given such a wonderful body, a vehicle, a container? That is why he says, obtaining a human body which gives glimpse of my nature. Krishna has been gracious enough to give us a beautiful body so that we can use it for the right purpose of knowing the God, Almighty God, that is Krishna himself. And which way? You remember those fruits have to be very beautiful. The rose has to be very nice. Everything has to be nicely packaged. Even if you are buying a sugar packet or maybe suji, rava or whatever that you are buying from the market, if there is a tiny hole, you don't want to buy that packet, isn't it? So now think about it. You are a perfect packet, a package material. And that perfectly packaged material which is there consumed by you from the supermarket or from whichever place, you like it, isn't it? It's only because you like it and love it, that is why you take it. But if it was badly packaged, would you even want to touch it? No. So now think about it. It is your love which makes you buy the good things. If you go to a shop where books are sold, the cover page is having a problem. Let us say there is a black mark on the cover page. Will you take it? No. You want the freshest, the best looking one. Like that, you have been given those best looking bodies. Do you know where are the defective bodies? Look around you. Look around you and you will find them. Some people are born with some physical and mental defects. They are not in a position to achieve the objective. Those who have certain issues with the mind cannot reach God that way because their mind cannot think. But you have been given a perfect body which has to be filled with love, not something crass. When you are thinking about your body, you are thinking only of enjoying things in this world. You want to eat the most luscious food. You want very nice food to eat. When you look at The opposite sex, you want to see the most beautiful person, a handsome guy or a beautiful woman. You don't want to see ugly people. We love to see good things. We love to see all the goodness. Think about this. You have been given a body which has to be filled with love for the divine. And when you have this, it is called the religion of love. Krishna teaches only love and devotion to him. That's it. He doesn't talk of any other thing. Remember one thing, in the Bhagavad Gita, he has given two different other methods also, by way of knowledge and by way of karma, work. But he doesn't recommend. He says love and devotion is the ultimate, bhakti marg. He is one God which prescribes everybody bhakti marg. So he says, you want to reach with this beautiful body. This is the only vehicle that you can use. The only packaging material that is there through which you can reach me. Only with the religion of love. Alright? And he realizes me, the all bliss, Paramatma, which dwells in the Antarya Atma. In the inside of you, I dwell. God dwells inside every human being. Isn't that what we have been taught from childhood? Using that, that means everything, all the tools of the trade are already within your body to reach me. Alright? So I have given you all the tools of the trade, which is the Antaryami, so that you can reach me with the practice of the religion of love through this body. Alright? I hope you understood this. So now we move to the next verse, chapter 21 from the Uddhava Gita. Verse 2. Freed by a steadfastness in knowledge from the subtle body, which consisting of the gunas brings on the limitation of jivahood, a man, even though living in a sense world which is but a phantom, an unsubstantial appearance, is not attached to the unreal sense objects. Let us break this down slowly, how this can be understood. Freed by a steadfastness in knowledge from the subtle body. Remember yesterday's satsang. In yesterday's satsang, it was very clearly said, you have to release yourself from the subtle body through knowledge, understanding. This is what he had said. He should conquer sattva with the help of desirelessness. Never have any desire. Did you get the point? If you have even an iota of desire, even this much of a desire, you are not there to do my work then. I want you to think carefully about what is being said. If you have a desire, if you are working for an organization, let us say you are working for the railways or airlines or something like that, and you have a desire, instead of taking the flight from say Mumbai to Tokyo, you say, I want to go and see Beijing in the middle, or I want to go to Australia. What happens? Can you do that? No. The company has said you have to fly from Mumbai to Tokyo. But suddenly you want to take a detour to Beijing. Then what happens? That means it's your desire. The company is not asking you for that desire. That means you are not a good employee. Similarly, if your bosses have given you a job, they are saying, this is what we want you to do. And that is very clearly defined. The company expects you to do this much only, whatever it might be. And you are saying, why should I do this? I will do something else. So you are sitting in your office, instead of doing your work, you are sitting and watching YouTube videos or all those, TikTok and all those kind of things that are there. In India, there is no TikTok, but there is all other channels there. So you are watching that. Are you doing the work which the company has given you, or are you wasting your time? If you are going 10 times to the bathroom and for having a cup of tea or coffee, are you doing your work? No. So this is the reason. So the job which is given to you, you have to fulfill that job. So here in this case, Krishna is saying, I have sent you in this world to do a job. And that job has to be done without your own desires coming in the picture. You have a desire of something, then you are not doing my job. No way. Think what I am saying. I want you to do something, but you are doing something else because you are using your mind. The mind is being used to do your own desires, to fulfill your desires. Then what about the reason why I sent you there? Every company employs a particular person for doing something, isn't it? Krishna has sent you on this earth for doing something, but you are doing something completely different. Just like this wayward employee who does something completely different. Let us say you have a driver. You have appointed a driver. The driver is supposed to be around when the boss comes. You are the boss. When the boss comes around, the driver should be available. But the driver has a girlfriend. What he does is he drops you to the office, then he messages his girlfriend and goes out with her. And whole day he's roaming around. Suddenly the boss says at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to go to a minister's place, a ministry. And this fellow is not to be found. He is with his girlfriend. Remember, the driver has gone with his girlfriend. Then what happens? When you call him and say, where are you? Oh, I am near the petrol bunk, sir. I am filling fuel. He tells lies. And then he tells his girlfriend, now you go, my boss is calling, I have to go. Now tell me something, if this happens to you, if the Uber driver doesn't turn up, if your driver doesn't turn up, if they are lost in their own world, what is going to happen to you? Do you get upset? Do you get angry? Are you always, why is this not happening to me? Am I not paying you money so that you can work for me? Now think exactly like this. Krishna has given you this particular body for a purpose. And you are not serving the purpose. You are doing something completely different. Today's day and age, do you know, people are working for some company. Many people have jobs, okay? Some have lost their jobs. Around 8 to 10% of the people worldwide have lost the jobs. But they can find. Not that they can't find. Because you go and see, there are nowadays lots of, positions opened up. But let us say you have a job. You're working for some organization somewhere. You're totally disgusted with that job. Because full day you're sitting in that meeting, What meeting? They are sitting 8 hours, 10 hours. Some boss will ping you from, hey, can you do this? PPT, can you do this presentation? I want this thing to be done. I want you to research this thing. Go Google this. Find out our own. all kinds of things. Because of this, you're totally disgusted. You're sitting cooped up in your room in front of the laptop or your computer, and you're talking to your boss day in, day out, day in, day out. Earlier, you had the opportunity of walking out of the cabin, but today you don't have the opportunity. You have the boss sitting right in front like this, and he's watching or she is watching. Bosses are she also nowadays, so they are watching. And if you naturally you have that, you will switch off the audio and the video, and you will just watch them. Don't you think they can also do the same? And now think about it. You're totally disgusted with this. Now, during this last 1.5 year, I'm saying 1.5 year because we are already at the end of March, okay? So let us say the pandemic started last year March, but actually it began into 2019 itself. So now let us say now one more year is balance. Okay, it's still not over. Pandemic is still going to be there. You still will have to wear mask for the next 1 year. There still will be cases. There still is going to be problem. People have not taken injection. Lot of issues are there. Now what are you doing? You have meanwhile started developing something different. Sitting in front of your own phone or camera, your laptop, and you have this time where you have switched off your camera and you are sitting over there writing something. Maybe you are a poet. Maybe you are a singer. Maybe you are a person who loves to make comedy. And you have started creating content for the social media. Think. Today you are putting up some stupid videos in YouTube, or you are doing podcast, or you are doing something like, all these channels that are there, Instagram, this, that, because you have enough time in hand. But according to the office people, you are working 8 to 10 hours a day and sitting in front of those, I'm so bored. I'm working so hard. You're giving all that nonsense to the world. What you are doing is called the side hustle. Did you get this word? Side hustle. You are making TikTok videos, or the TikTok is not there, but maybe some other videos for all these others, Instagram and IGTV and YouTube and all that. Or you are writing some blogs, or you are creating podcast, or you are making short form videos, or doing something like that. You are going out and doing some kind of other jobs. That side hustle becomes your main hustle after 1 year. Are you doing it for some company, or are you doing it for yourself? You are doing it for yourself because you have to feel nice about it. You have to feel nice about yourself. So as a human being, you always want to feel good about yourself. That is why you want to put efforts in yourself. But being a lazy person, you are not interested. You just want to earn that little salary which the company is giving. The side hustle you have not thought of. Many people have still not thought of it. But I am giving you that opportunity now to think about it. Go and see Gary Vee. What does he say? Side hustle. So like that. So you create a side hustle. That is for yourself, not for somebody else. You are not somebody's chaprasi. You are not somebody's servant. You are your own servant now. That is empowerment. And this side hustle becomes your mainstay, from where the money comes in. Because YouTube pays you money, Insta pays you money, Twitter pays you money. How many all these big stars have started making money, isn't it? People are selling on Etsy and all those other channels. People are selling on Swiggy and Zomato and God knows what all things people are doing. That became your mainstay, the main hustle. You have gone towards your Swadharma. Swa, yours, Dharma, your Dharma. Why are you here? So now did you understand what I am driving at? You have actually succeeded in becoming your own self. Then you are happy with it. So now think about what is he saying. The moment you get rid of these kind of, all the attachments that are there in this world, like your job, your money, you think you are supposed to be getting that fixed income from somewhere. That is why you are sticking on. You want that security in life. And that is the reason why you are not doing anything for yourself. Just because the salary keeps on coming to you every month, no, you are very happy with it. Someday that company will close down. I can guarantee you. You will be thrown out of job. Then you are going to be going with one katori outside. Before that happens, why not develop something of your own? And help yourself. So like that. So, you have been sent in this world for doing a particular job. But if you have some desires of your own, you are not doing the job which you have come here for, then your mind is at play. And because your mind is at play, you are not on the path of Swadharma. Got the answer? If your mind is at play, you are not on the path of Swadharma. And fear will not allow you to take the step. Did you get this whole thing correctly or no? I'm sure some of you might have got it. I will be explaining, don't worry. So, even if you are living in this sense world, where everything is titillating you, food, clothing, jewelry, cars, houses, men, women, animals. People have started keeping pets nowadays because kaam dhanda nahi. We don't have anything to do. So let us keep some pets. Or let us make babies. This is the only thing which people are actually interested in because they have nowhere to go, no? So what to do? Keeping themselves busy like this. That is your desire. So these are sense desires, sense objects which are dragging you down. So getting rid of that. The jivahood, the reason why you are here, understanding that, you overcome your mind. Get the point? Yesterday we did that. After becoming desireless, not using your body for your own petty desires, you become free of desires. Then you are free from the mind. When you are free from the mind, what happens? Then all these objects around you become unreal. Sense objects, it could be humans also. They are also sense objects, aren't they? Your own wife, your children, your husband, your job, your parents, grandparents, the house that you stay in, the car that you drive in, everything is the sense object. Attraction towards that, attachment towards that is there. That will go away. When you become desireless, all the attachment will go away. Then you will focus on why you are here. But that slap is not being given to you even today. People need a wake-up call. Every human being needs a wake-up call. They need a kick in their backside. They have to lose their job. They have to lose their family. Something wrong has to happen. Then only they wake up. Otherwise not. But today this is a time. You wake up on your own. No, why do you need that kick from behind? Use that. So when you do that, He understands, this man understands that all that attachment towards the family, towards the parents, husband, wife, children, everything is just a phantom. It doesn't actually exist. Because they are literally with their mouths open, they're sucking up to everything. You give them money, you give them this, you give them that, they're just sucking up. They're like the Hydra monster. They are waiting for you. And your attachment to them is making this happen. You keep on feeding them, they keep on taking from you. Isn't that the truth? And that is the attachment that you have. When you are detached, when you know very well that you are not supposed to be attached to all those people, are you not making them dependent on you? Think about it. If you have a 21-year-old son or a 20-year-old son, just imagine that. And that fellow is just sitting at home. What he does during his spare time is he just plays video games. Now he's become 21. He's still not doing anything. He's doing, I'm studying, ma, I'm studying, dad, he'll say. At the age of 22, I have to do my further studies. Son, at your age, I used to work. No, dad, I just want to do further studies. Then at the age of 23 and 24, he's still dependent on you. At the age of 27 also, he's dependent on you. Who has made him like that? You. You have made him dependent on you. It's exactly like the parents. If you are feeding your parents consistently, your old parents, they will not even make effort to do anything. Go to Singapore and see. The parents, those who are above 60, retired and all that. You know what they do? They drive taxis. They work in malls. They work for McDonald's and all these other small places. They start their own ventures. Even at the age of 80 and beyond, they are still working. And look at your own parents. Worthless people. By the time I am retired, I will sit and watch television. That is what they will do. And who is encouraging them? You. So you have to remove this attachment from your life. If you have a housewife at home, or if you are some house husband, why is it that you are not having a side hustle? As a housewife, if you are a house husband or a housewife, are you not cooking meals? You are. And if you are cooking meals, can you cook them for somebody else also and earn a little money? You remember? Tumhari Sullu? There was a very beautiful movie. You have to empower yourself first. Don't just become a housewife or just sit at home. Even the children, they can also help. They can also become independent. Look at all those great people in the world who are multi-billionaires. They started working at the age of 10, 12, 13, 14. Oh, the world will say, oh, child labor. What child labor? Look at all these folks, You look at Elon Musk. At what young age he started working? He understood the value of money and work. If you have a 16 or a 14-year-old son, Mom, I don't have time. I have to study. If he says this kind of words, what are you doing? You're making him a nincompoop. Make him work so that he understands the power of money and understands what it means to work. Everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And once that happens, dependencies go on each other. I have my own money. I can do what I want to. Isn't that true? And that is advisable. Instead of just sitting at home and doing nothing. My mother, she's a housewife. I have heard people say this. And she takes care of the whole family. Is it? She has got talent. She makes those papads and all those kind of things. Doesn't she make for you all? Yeah. Why she cannot sell them? Why should she sell them? We have enough money. Her husband earns a lot. That is not empowerment. That is servant. A person should remember this empowerment thing constantly. And always ensure that you become empowered. This attachment has to be removed. So Krishna's way of life is very different. He is very clear in saying, first, remove these attachments from this life. Remove these desires from your life. When you remove the desires from your life, you will work for me. These are the limitations. Desires create limitations. The gunas come into the play. Immediately when the gunas come into the play, you will feel, main kitina kaam karta hai. What do you mean by you are doing so much of work? Look at yourself. You don't do any work. If you are going to extend yourself, you will then understand what work means and what money means. And that doesn't mean that you're doing it for yourself. You're using your time in this world very, very constructively. If everybody were to understand this, then this world would be a different place, isn't it? So, all this. Now, I explained this one verse to you from multiple formats. I don't know which angle you want to take, but please take something which is good for you. This verse is a very complicated verse for you to understand. So I tried to give you multiple facets of this verse. Alright? Because it is important to first become detached, not become attached to anybody or anything in this world. Second, to become desireless. I want to illa. What God wants. He has given this body for a certain purpose. I am doing that purpose actually as a side hustle, but now I should do it as the main thing. Number 3, mind is at play. Remove the mind. The mind is the cause of the gunas inside of you. Because the thought comes in the intellect, ting, 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 like the thought comes and your mind starts thinking, like that, grrr, it goes. So remove that. Why are you thinking so much? Just do it. When I ask people, many a times I will tell people, you are so good at this thing. Why don't you do it? And if I meet that person after 1 month, they are trying to actually sneak away from you. They will, no Guruji, I don't want to face you. Why? 1 month ago you told me something to do, I have still not done. Why? I am thinking about it, I am thinking that I should be doing this and that and that and that. Sir, put your first step forward. Do. Do. Then do the thinking. If you have to do something, you do it. This is the problem. So these are the things. So you overcome the mind first. Right? That is point number 3. Then he says, the sense world is there outside. Why is it attracting you? Don't bother. Get out of that sense world. See, if God wants to give you a BMW car, He will give you. Why are you bothered about it? If it comes easily to you, that means it's coming to you only, no? And any which way, when you make your money, it is anyway going to be there. Why bother? Why sweat it out today? Buy it on EMIs and all that. No, it is not necessary. So all these are unsubstantial appearances of the Maya world that comes. Remove them out of your life. Then you will become detached from the sense objects. And that way, you will serve my purpose of being in this world. You will not use your mind. You will be detached. And every job that you do, you will do it for the self inside. Because at the end of the day, you will be happy doing that job. Right? Because you will feel, I have a sense of achievement. Today I did this. I was listening to one Indian author. That author churns out books, I think, every 6 months or 3 months. He's a big author, okay, writer. And he was talking about how much he writes per day. 2000 words per day. Good thing. Copywriters are there. Side hustle can be a copywriting. There is a website called Fiverr. I don't know whether you all have heard about it. You can become a small copywriter, illustrator, if you know some kind of a thing, you know how to do websites, it becomes your side hustle. Do it. You will earn little money also, and you will feel mighty pleased after doing that. Because you are not somebody's servant then. You are your own servant, right? This is where the world is heading. Okay? I am giving you a small glimpse of where the world is heading. So within 1, 2, 3 years time, you are your own enterprise. So we will move to the next one. All right? Right. So now, we are doing chapter 21 from the Uddhava Gita, verse 3. And this is a very important verse. Listen to the verse. One should never associate with evil people who are sorely after the satisfaction of their animal instincts. One who follows a single one of them falls into an abysmal darkness, like a blind follower of the blind. Alright? What is Sri Krishna telling us? One should never associate with evil persons. In the past 1, 2, 3, 4 years time, if you have seen the news, they are talking about a lot of people who have done something wrong in their life. Right? Day before yesterday, Sharon Stone, who is a very famous personality from some of the very nice movies that she has done, she has written a biography in which she is talking about all those things which the producer, the director of the film told her to do. There are people who got caught in the Me Too campaign, right? There are women who are trapped in the Me Too by these people. There are so many cases like this across the world. In India, there are too many. All these people are evil people who entice another person. If you know and understand what is it, if you know and understand that this industry and the way of life over there is bad, why are you going there? Did you get the point? Why are you going to a place which is going to trap you any which way? Let us say you are joining a 5-star hotel. All right? You're joining a 5-star hotel. And then you are given a position as a bartender. Amongst those liquor bottles, what happens to you? I can tell you what happens. You have a captain, person who runs that whole place, the restaurant manager, and you may be the bartender. If you are supposed to remove X number of pegs from a bottle, you remove more than 2, 3 more. Nobody understands because everybody is dead drunk about there, isn't it? And that way you take your own swigs. This is what happens in all these places. The whole idea is when you are in a wrong place, wrong things are going to happen. This is the truth. If you are in an industry where you have to sleep your way up the ladder, I know this is not a good thing to talk about, but that is the thing which happens. Please understand, when you know that that is a lousy place, that's not a good place, why are you going there? One should never associate with evil persons. Why are you associating with evil people? Aren't there other good things to do? You know that there is a person who takes bribes and does the work. Why are you going and talking to that person? That person doesn't work otherwise. There are people in this world who are called evil. And these evil people you need to avoid. You have to stay away from these evil people and the evil place that is there. You like to send your children to school where you have to pay through your nose like a donation. Why? Why do you want to pay donation? If your children are intelligent, why is it that you pay donation? Do you know why you pay donation? You want the easy way out. Like these heroines and heroes, they go through that casting couch for what reason? They are doing it because they want the easy way out. They want to go in big films. They want to do big serials. They want to do all this kind. That is why they do. If you know and understand that that is a wrong place, why are you going to that evil place and the evil person? Don't do. Don't do that. You have to stay away from all this. One should never associate with evil persons who are solely after the satisfaction of their animal instincts. Do you know how important this statement is? This was told by Shri Krishna to Uddhava so many years ago. And he is going to talk about some holy people who fell into this trap. We will come to the story next time. I am not going to go ahead in this. But let me tell you this much. The idea that if you know this person is bad, why do you go to this person? Do you know? Many a times I tell people, don't go there. Don't do this. But human beings, they will never listen to me. They will deliberately go and then they will say, I didn't know anything about it. This is the way how people cheat. It's very easy to feign innocence. Feigning innocence is very easy. A young starlet will say, I didn't go there, but I know that this industry is not bad. Everything is nice. My company is not bad. All the big multinational corporations, they are very good. Really? People are driven by their animal instincts. You think there is one man in this world who is not like that? Or one woman who is not like this? I mean, think what you are talking about. Krishna is giving you a heads up right now. You can't tell me tomorrow that I didn't know about it. I am an innocent person. I never thought the world is like this. Krishna is telling you in your face. I was telling my disciple over here, I was telling you should one day go to all these, ashrams and these yoga places and all and see what is happening over there. It's a filthy place. Filthy is not the word. Because it is only driving a person to lust and greed. In some places, they are twirling the beads and they are talking about how much money they make. This is the way how the world is. And you think Krishna is some ordinary person that he is telling you these things? It is Sri Krishna himself who is telling you one should never associate with evil persons who are solely after the satisfaction of their animal instincts. When you know very well that there is a lecherous person, when you know very well that there can be nobody who is innocent, like your super bosses in companies, you may think that they are innocent guys. But look at the way they will turn their eyes here and there. They are nasty characters. And nowadays, even women cannot be removed from this. They are also like that. This is Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, lust is the driving factor. Animal instincts are the driving factors. You know, it is the way how this world is become enticing. And it's the way of attraction also. Both are equally responsible. The lusty person is responsible as well as the person who has fallen into it is equally responsible. Please understand this. I'll give you a small hint of what this is. Now let us say there is a producer or a director or there is a boss, okay, who wants to entrap a young person, a young woman or a young man, whoever it might be. The boss wants to entrap this. So they will do all kinds of things. All right? And finally, what they will do? They will entrap that person. That person will say, I am innocent, I never wanted to get into all these things. But what to do? My boss only said, you have to come with me. Aha. You are telling me that you were not responsible. Now I'll tell you what happens. Now the boss is entrapping this person, younger person, or the older, whatever it might be. Once they die, both of them die, they will be coming in a reverse position. The boss will become the young person and this person who was the young person will become the boss. And this, match will keep on happening for years, lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. So now tell me, are both not responsible? Do you think one is innocent? There is nothing called innocence in this. And here, please understand, we are talking about a fantastic person called Pururava. We are going to do it next time. So, one who follows a single one of them will fall into abysmal darkness. Now tell me something. Is Krishna saying that you are innocent? You cannot hide behind any fact that you are innocent. He says, one who follows even the single one will fall into abysmal darkness. that person who falls into this trap is going to fall into abysmal darkness like a blind follower of a blind. So the boss and the person are both going to fall into this. But the person who is falling into it will be falling greater. Because in the next life, they will become the reverse of that. They will become the boss, and the boss will become the downline. The producer will become the starlet, and the or starlet or star or whoever, and this will become that. That is the way how karma functions. Don't you know that? What you sow is what you reap. So simple formula it is. What you sow is what you reap. In this life, you may say, I was innocent, I don't know anything, I should not be, doing this, I am not capable, and all kinds of, reasoning they will give. Even evil person, somebody who drinks, if you have a company of friends, I mean your colleagues or friends who drink or they do drugs, and you go and one day go with them, they will say to you, take this, man, this is only coke. In the coke, they have mixed something else and given you. And that is okay. You have fallen into evil company. First, why are you going there in the first place? One should never associate with evil persons who are solely after the satisfaction of their animal instincts. A young girl, a young girl goes for a weekend party because she is working for a multinational corporation. All right? And all these people, okay, they are smoking and doing something. And this young girl, she is going to the wrong place. They are drinking, smoking, and doing all kinds of things, okay? And she says, I was called to this party by my boss or my friend or somebody my colleague. And they mix a little thing in her drink and give her. Or they tell her, just have a puff, just have a smoke. She takes a smoke or she takes a drink and she falls into this trap. Now I want you to think very carefully. This girl or this person, this human being, whoever, it might be a man also, he says, I am innocent. From what angle are you innocent? Now you are started going into that camp only. You have become exactly like that. That is the reason why he says one should never associate with evil persons who are solely for the satisfaction of their animal instincts. One who follows a single one of them falls into abysmal darkness like a blind follower of the blind. God has given you this wonderful brain and mind and the intellect. Use it. Don't fall for anything wrong because there are evil people around you. Evil, not only men, but even women are there. There is no specification now. Both are same. And you got to be very careful how you tread in this world. And that is the reason why spirituality teaches you about being with Krishna, God. That's it. Next time, we will start the story of King Pururava and Urvashi. It's a very interesting story, and how King Pururava literally goes to ruins. These are great people, but great people also go to ruins. At that time, you cannot say, I am holy, I am innocent. You can't say those words because you are equally tainted. Got the answer? So next time, we will do this story. So I will end over here. Tomorrow, we will be starting. I think tomorrow is Monday. So we will be doing this again. So join me tomorrow in the evening. Okay? And I will see you all then. Take care. Have a great Sunday today. Bye.